Howdy folks, and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2 with the mighty Jingles, and in the last episode we just received confirmation of the news that Arthur is in fact dying of tuberculosis, so that was a bit of a bummer. Still, Arthur's never been one to mope around feeling sorry for himself, and there is business that needs taking care of. We're here in Saint Denis to meet Sadie because she has a plan for busting John out of jail.
Any problems coming in?
Nah.
Guess they know now we ain't in the city.
Who, Mr. Milton's friends?
Yeah, they've had patrols out ever since you boys disappeared. Well, at least you're alive.
For now, yeah.
What happened in,
Guama?
Yeah.
Nothing nice.
What happened to Dutch? Because he seems...
I don't know. Seems as what began happening in Blackwater began happening years ago, maybe. A slow decline, I guess.
What do you mean?
I ain't quite sure. What happened here?
I started gathering people up as best I could after you boys left. And John, you know that part.
I do.
And Hosea?
So that too.
Hell, we got Lenny's body out as well. Robbed the morgue and buried them together. Follow me.
So, what's your plan here?
Well, I figure before we do anything, we need to make sure John's even still at this prison.
And how do we do that?
We need to get up high enough to get a proper look at the place.
What? It's on an island, ain't it? Unless you're planning on learning how to fly.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. I found us a hot air balloon.
You ain't serious.
Now, the pilot, or whatever you call him, he thinks we're just in it for a lesson. Bit of a tour. He's quite the character. I think you'll like him.
You know, I'm impressed. You really stepped things up, ain't you?
Hey, we didn't know if you was even coming back. Whole thing hit folks real hard. You can see it. Heron's gone falling fully into the bottle. Strauss is a bag of nerves. Swanson's actually gone and cleaned up his act. So I guess it ain't all gone to shit. I'm just happy you boys were able to find us. Javier said he got the letter I left at the post office.
That was a good idea.
Until the Pinkertons showed up. Oh, by the way, I've been hunting O'Driscoll boys. Killed 2 of the sons of bitches at a campsite last week.
What?
Yeah, seems they've drifted down this way now.
You're a busy woman, Sadie Adler.
Oh, she a beauty, ain't she?
From here on the ground, yes.
Oh, come on Arthur, it's not like you're going to live forever.
Mr. Bullard?
What, too soon?
Mr. Bullard.
Ah, Mrs. Adler! It's good to see you. Good to see you.
This is my friend I told you about, Mr. Morgan.
Ah, yes, Arturo Bullard. At your service, sir. At your service.
Arthur Morgan.
Well, it's a nice, fresh day for flying, sir. A day like today, an Icarus would have made it across the sea. Ha ha ha. Have you ever flown before, sir?
No.
Oh, it's quite a thing. Quite a thing. Now, put these on and hop in.
Well, ain't she coming?
Well, women can't fly, sir. Are you insane?
We can't.
Oh, no, sir. It does terrible damage to them, to their vapors. I thought everyone knew about that. Why, a delicate flower like Mrs. Adler? Heavens above. Or below. Ah,
Where'd you find this guy?
I told you two would get on.
Are you sure about this?
certain, sir. Quite certain. Mrs., let us away. Wish us luck. I've only crashed twice. Now, pull on that rope and hope for the best. Ah!
You boys have fun.
How did you get out of this?
Up, up, and away.
Now how could this possibly go wrong?
Right. Time to catch a few vapors of our own. It's a little overcast, but I'm expecting some good wind once we're high enough. We should still have some decent views over the river. Everyone hates to be coarse, but on the subject of ablutions, liquids over the side, solids, do your utmost to levy the situation until we land.
Okay, Mr. Bullard.
I had a client once who fell foul to a rotten oyster on the ascent. A decidedly harrowing experience for all involved. Keep going, sir! We need to get up above the clouds. It really is stunning up there. You'll have seen nothing like it.
Up until this point, I was already impressed by the size of the game world in Red Dead Redemption 2, but the fact that it's actually modelled, well, all the way up here as well is nothing short of spectacular.
All right then, let's break through these clouds.
Damn, this sure is pretty.
My God.
Yes, heavenly indeed. Quite remarkable, isn't it? Feels like we have a nice westerly wind, so keep her around this height. This particular vessel is state-of-the-art, sir. Imported from Europe. Won't find more than a couple of these on this side of the pond.
So long as it works.
Okay, we're getting a little high now. That's better. Look! We can see for miles now. Did you breakfast in the city this morning, Mr. Morgan?
Not exactly.
Well, I have a boiled egg in my pocket here that you're very welcome to.
I think I'm all right, thank you. Recalling the ablutions discussion.
Well, just say the word. So, if I may ask, what got you interested in the pursuit of aviation?
I didn't, exactly. Mrs. Adler thought she'd surprise me.
Ah, a very nice woman. And no shrinking violet.
Definitely not.
I prefer slightly more feminine attire on a lady, but variety is the very spice of life, as they say. Or is it, though? Did you know they locked up the man who wrote that in a mental asylum?
I did not, Mr. Bullard.
See that building up ahead on the island? That's the infamous Sisika Penitentiary.
Is it now? Really? Fancy that.
We shouldn't fly too near to it, though, sir.
Sorry, we're going in for a closer look.
What do you mean? Mr. Morgan, please, this is most irregular.
Well, you want a happy customer, don't you?
Look, this isn't funny now. What on earth are you doing? The guards are bound to spot us.
Calm down. They won't care if we stay high enough. I'm just looking for a friend of mine.
A friend?
Poor bastard has a habit of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I heard they got him working the fields in a chain gang.
Dear God.
I've got to admit, the plan sounded great in theory, but in practice, how the hell am I supposed to recognise John Marston from up here? The mist isn't exactly helping. Wait, there's some people working the fields down there. We're going to have to get close enough to recognise John, and that means we're going to have to get close enough to get shot at.
The wind. Well, this is most unusual.
Relax, Mr. Bullard. Here, take over. And keep us well away.
I'll do my best. This filly isn't the easiest to control, you know.
Nope, not there.
Okay, this makes
Not
no
in this
sense.
field.
What about over here?
Should we, think about heading back?
That could be him. Yep, that's him.
Whoa, hang on. One of those guards is pointing his rifle in this direction. Ah, that's not good.
What are you doing?
They're shooting at us.
I can see
Oh, you noticed that, did you?
Ascend! Ascend!
Yeah, I'm trying, but this thing doesn't exactly respond quickly to control inputs. It's a hot air balloon, not a BF-109. Ow! Stop shooting at me.
The wind speed is picking up. We should stay at this altitude. It's heading northwesterly, so that should take us back to land. Dear God, I'm shaking like a leaf.
We're in the clear now, Mr. Bullard. Get up.
Good Lord! My heart is pounding! I must say, the specifics of this job were not described to me at all sufficiently.
Well, it's done now.
Yep, Arthur, ever practical. It's always easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. Particularly if you're armed.
Ah, there's Annesburg.
Sure.
Good Lord, is that Mrs. Adler?
Where?
Being chased!
Yes. Try and get us near.
Will there be more trouble, sir?
I expect so.
I'm starting to rather enjoy this.
Hey! Say it! Up here! Shit! They're O'Driscoll's.
Mrs. Adler has a long time to fall.
Yes, she does.
Oh my God!
What was she thinking messing with the O'Driscolls right now?
Oh dear, that boiled egg feels decidedly scrambled.
Yeah, that's right. The egg in your pocket is the thing that you need to be most worried about right now.
Most excitement I've had it. Yes.
The most excitement he's ever going to have as well. Yeah, I'm working on it, Sadie.
I'll deal with them.
What was she doing messing with the O'Driscolls in the middle of this job? Where are the rest of them?
I think I might need to adjust my feet.
Oh, here they come. My Sadie got one. I think they're underneath. Still in pursuit? Oh, that's it. That's very ungood. How do you fly this thing again?
Say it!
Oh shit.
Grab the rope, come on! Grab the rope!
Are we really doing this?
I'm gonna be glued to your court. Look out! There's a bridge up ahead!
Okay.
Okay, I'll come down and get you on the other side.
1, 2, 3, 4 O'Driscolls still in pursuit.
You're too high!
Yeah, I know I'm too high. I had to go over the bridge second.
Lower, Arthur! Alright,
Come
hold
on.
it there, Arthur!
Come on, Mrs. Adler. That's it. Good girl.
Up. Let's get out of here!
Yeah, about that. That's going to be
Can't hold on much longer!
easier said than done. Because while I'm holding onto this rope, who's steering this thing?
Arthur, hurry!
Come on! Help me out here, Sadie. Alright, we got you.
I think we're gonna crash.
We have a real habit of seeing the obvious, Arthur.
Hold on.
Did you break your neck?
I don't think so. Maybe.
course they are. But it's fine, I'm going to stand on top of this rock. Actually, no, I'll take cover behind it. Actually, no, I think I will stand on top of it. Oh, okay, I'll take cover behind it. Oh, so many choices. You can see why they call me Captain Indecisive. In other news, I'm getting better at this whole shooting. To be completely fair, I was so bad that it was, well, I only really had one way to go, and that was better, so... Oh! Deadeye increased. Not that I ever use it, but, you know, it's increased, so that's good, I suppose. And yeah, true to form, as soon as I mentioned how much better I am getting at the shooting thing, I planted the next 6 bullets straight into a completely harmless and inoffensive tree. Just had to go out with my big mouth, didn't I? Still, what, 3 of them out there? 2 that I know of. They keep popping in and out of vision. They're still out there. They're getting shot at. There we go. 3. Make that 2. Right, they're running off. Sadie, they're running off. Okay, we're going after them. Fine. Okay, 3. No, still 4 left. Wow, how many of these buggers were there in the first place? Shotgun sure would be nice. Although, technically, I suppose I'd probably be just as better off switching to my pistols. Here we go. Have it. Have some. Have some of that. They don't like it up and... Right, is that the last of them? I'm pretty sure that's the last of them. Sadie, they're all dead. They're dead, Sadie. You can't chase after dead men, Sadie, because they're dead men.
The hell is wrong with you? I only left you an hour ago. You can't stay out of trouble for 1 goddamn hour. You got that poor bastard killed for his troubles. I kinda liked him.
They got Combe, the government. They got Combe O'Driscoll. They're gonna hang him in Saint Denis.
Hang him. Okay.
He's already been tried twice for murder and found guilty.
Sure, no doubt he'll escape again.
No, he won't, because we're gonna make sure of it.
We have our own problems with the law in case you ain't noticed.
Dutch will want to see him swing.
Sure, Dutch, he wouldn't even help us with Marston. And our situation is really messed up right now. You know how things is.
Bastard's gonna swing. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Closely followed by Marston.
You saw him?
Yes, in the fields.
Okay. Then we go rescue him.
From a state penitentiary?
No. But from the fields? Yes. That we can manage.
It's well guarded.
Guarded, sure, but not behind bars.
No, it's not behind bars.
So, that's how we'll do it. Bust him from his work detail.
I guess.
It's best just the 2 of us go.
The 2 of us is all there is, anyhow.
Good, because 2 is all we'll need. I'll get us a boat, a little one, and we'll sneak in and get him out of there. Meet me at Copperhead Landing. Thank you, Arthur.
Whatever you say, boss.
I heard that.
Have I mentioned yet that I really like Sadie Adler? I mean, she's a definite trouble magnet, but she's a good girl. She can take care of herself, and her heart is very definitely in the right place. She cares about John, even if Dutch doesn't. On the subject of Arthur's fatal dose of tuberculosis, you may recall, and if you don't, I'm about to remind you, that Arthur actually contracted the disease while he was beating up a farmer by the name of Thomas Downs in order to recover a debt owed to Mr. Strauss. During the course of the beating, Thomas coughed blood into Arthur's face, and that's how he contracted the disease. Thomas later died of the disease, and the bank foreclosed on his farm, which rendered his wife and son destitute. Now, that's always weighed heavily on Arthur's conscience. And while he's on the way back down to Lemoyne County from where the balloon came down just north of Annisburg, Arthur's about to have a bit of a run-in with destiny. Now, this is not the first time Arthur's been through the town of Annisburg. It is a thoroughly miserable place in more ways than one, because it was here, for the first time after the death of her husband, that Arthur ran into Elizabeth Downs, Thomas Downs' widow. And as a woman in the year 1899, with no useful skills, up to her eyeballs in debt, no husband to take care of her, and a son of her own to take care of, her financial options were strictly limited. But there is always one profession that technically any woman is capable of earning a living at, and I'm not talking about waitressing. And Arthur's about to run into her again, or more specifically, her son.
Mr. Morgan.
You still here, kid?
Yes. Mama can't leave. Won't leave. I don't know. I said I had the money. She said your money weren't moral. She said it'd be better to die than to take it.
Maybe she's right. I don't know. I don't know anything about more.
She's still heading out. Working, you know?
I'm sorry, son. Sorry about all of this.
She ain't been back for a few hours. She left with some fella down the railway tracks. I did not like the look of him.
Which way you say?
That way. Around the woods towards, Willard's Rest.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, Arthur's got a serious case of guilt about Elizabeth Downs, and, you know, understandably so. But she just doesn't want to be helped by the man that, as far as she's concerned, killed her husband and reduced her to this state. Arthur didn't kill her husband. Tuberculosis killed her husband, and it's going to kill Arthur. But she doesn't know that. In fact, since being diagnosed with tuberculosis, this is going to be the first time that he and she have met. Whether that's going to make a difference or not, I don't know. But there's only really one way to find out.
Well, dearie, been to jail, but it weren't my fault.
Oh, sure.
That's enough now, partner. You're starting to scare me, let alone the poor woman. Clear off.
Who are you?
Someone who don't want to hear no more of your nasty mouth. Push me. I'll put a bullet in you.
I presume Archie sent you?
I said clear off before I deal with you.
I'll see you again, dearie.
Listen. Listen to me. Excuse me.
You sound like my husband.
I know. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened. I was, a fool. And I'm suffering for my foolishness. But don't go and get yourself killed because of your pride. You have a son, Mrs. Downs.
I'm just so ashamed.
Ashamed? Of what? You loved him? You did everything for him. Let's get you home.
All right. Let's go.
And in a development that shocked absolutely nobody, it turns out all this time I've been getting the name wrong. It's not Elizabeth Downs, it's Edith. Seriously, was anybody actually surprised? No? No, I didn't think so.
I'm sorry it had to come to this.
Stop saying sorry. Sorry won't bring Thomas back.
I know.
So you're sick now too? And you think that affords you the opportunity for penance for cutting his time short?
No, I ain't looking for that.
Okay then. So just forget about me and the guilt you're carrying, because no good can come of that for either of us. And all you can do now is decide the man you want to be for the time you have left. Help someone who can still be helped. Or help yourself.
I suppose you're right.
Oh, hang yourself for all I care.
You're right to dislike me. I ain't looking for that to change. Archie should be waiting for us just up ahead.
Mama!
Oh, you silly boy. Oh, Archie, oh, we do.
Get out of here. Go. Live someplace else. Start over. Here. Take this. I don't need it no more.
I don't want your money.
Yeah, I know you don't want it.
I don't.
You sure as shit need it. Take it.
No.
I ain't looking for forgiveness. It ain't about that. Don't forgive me. Just take the money and get out of here. Please. I know I ruined your life. I suffer for it every day. But don't let yourself get killed for pride. I seen it kill too many folk. Don't say anything. Don't thank me. Just take the money and pack your bags. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
I said don't thank me. Get out of here. Please.
Well, look at that. Turns out I'm a good guy after all. Anyway, I dare say Dutch is probably wondering where the hell I got to, so I should probably head back to... Where is it that we're hiding out at the moment? Some shack in the swamps? This isn't it. This is just something that I wandered across on the way back. The game is just absolutely jam-packed full of little incidental details exactly like this. Some kind of shack or house that's been hit by something. Now, I'm guessing it wasn't frozen shit dropped out the bottom of an airliner. Let's go and take a look. See the hole in the roof? Can't really see it with the sun in the way. There it is. Let's go and see what happened inside. Yep, the house was struck by a meteorite. It came straight through the roof, straight through the dinner table, and straight through the... Well, it's difficult to tell exactly how many there were sitting at the dinner table, but I think it's fairly safe to say that food poisoning is going to be the least of their problems. The game is absolutely stuffed full of little details like this. It really does pay to, every now and then, just get off the beaten track and go exploring, because you'll be amazed at the sort of things that you can find.
Right, boy.
Well, anyway, it's about time I headed back to camp to face the music, although camp is a bit of a generous term to describe this mosquito-infested shithole. Yeah, we're going to have to do better than this. First, though, I'm going to have to speak to Dutch.
Good morning. Good to see you again.
What do we do now?
Clearly we need to move. I'll speak to Dutch.
Ah, there you are, Dutch. Well, it's nice to see that you're taking things nice and easy. I'd hate to think you were getting stressed out by the idea that John was about to be hanged for murder.
White to D4. Black to F5.
You okay there?
Working it all out. Once and for all, Arthur.
What now?
We're back, and I'm sitting here, and I am contemplating the great journey of the sun and considering a famous chess move. Those oily enactors of a mediocre justice, the Pinkertons, and their benefactor, the depressing millionaire Leviticus Cornwall, they want us, Arthur. They want us. And they are going to have us.
Maybe they ain't the problem.
Meaning?
I don't know, it's just, well, I can't help but feel we would have been better running off someplace else.
But the game ain't over, Arthur. I mean, I ain't played my final move, but...
I guess I'm more interested in saving lives than winning at chess.
And maybe life ain't such a thing to cling on to so tightly.
No doubt. What about the women?
You sound like Hosea. I miss him.
I asked you a question.
What do you think?
We can't stay here. That much is obvious. Where are we gonna run to? I mean, they chased us from the west. They chased us over the mountains. They ran us into the sea.
Arthur, do you have my bag?
Always, Dutch. But there's more than your back to worry about. We need more money. We've been on the run for months now, and I seen you killing folk in cold blood like you always told me not to. And I'm sorry, but I can't help but think that if we
There is country in Roanoke Ridge past Butcher Creek I believe we could hold.
Okay.
You and Charles, you could take folks up that way. Micah and I need to do some reconnaissance. I ain't got a final plan yet. Arthur, I ain't got it. I just need time. I need time and no traitors.
Okay. Traitors. Dutch has never actually used that word before. I mean, he said, I need to know that you've got my back. He said, are you with me? More recently, that word has gone unspoken, but he's never actually come outright and said it. And I can't help but feel that whether we realise it or not, the rules of the game have just shifted.
Charles, will you ride with me?
Always. Where are we headed?
Up past Butcher Creek.
It's Murphy Brute country.
That's why I'm asking you to ride with me.
I understand. What are we doing there?
We're looking for a place to hole up. Even the law won't follow us up there too willingly.
Yeah. I did some scouting up there while you boys were away.
And?
You'll see.
I've already seen there's a reason why the law wouldn't follow anybody willingly up by Butcher's Creek. It's actually the area around Annisburg. I've just come from there, and it really is a shithole. It makes this place look positively convivial. Unfortunately, we are fast running out of options. And it's kind of at this point where the whole tone of the game kind of takes a bit of a downturn.
Okay, boy.
The thing that you'll notice about Red Dead Redemption 2 is that the mood of the gang is usually represented by the quality of the camp that they're hiding out in. Do you remember when we came down from the mountains in the beginning of the game and we set up camp at Horseshoe Overlook, overlooking the bend in the river near the town of Valentine? It was a great camp, and everything was good with the gang until we were forced to bug out and relocate to a reasonably nice place overlooking the lake in Lemoyne County near the town of Rhodes, until we managed to screw that up and were forced to relocate to a dilapidated and run-down plantation house in the swamps of Lemoyne, which wasn't too bad. And the gang seemed okay with it until we screwed that up and were forced to run to the island of Guam. Although arriving in Guam, it certainly wasn't through choice, and we all know what a massive shithole that place was. And upon initially arriving back in America, things didn't actually get any better. The huts that the gang's living out of in the swamps in the Cay are no better than the slave quarters on the island of Guam. But at least we're free, for now. And the place that we're about to relocate to, Butcher's Creek here, makes those swamp shanties in the Cay look like a holiday resort. But even this shithole is better than the place we're planning to take
You know
over.
how we get to the caves at Beaver Hollow?
You'll get away if you know what's good for you.
Come on, they're not gonna help us. I'm pretty sure it's to the north, up the road here.
Yeah, you heard Arthur right. The caves at Beaver Hollow. We're planning to go and set up camp in a cave. And not just any cave. A cave that just happens to be the hideout of the local band of inbred murdering shitheads known as the Murphy Brood. I've had run-ins with them before in this part of the country. They're not nice people.
You can see why folks don't want to come round here. Ain't exactly a welcoming place.
Lots of stories of people going missing around these parts. Just recently, a stagecoach from Annisburg disappeared without a trace coming through here.
Guess that's good for us. Assuming these inbred bastards are willing to part with their home, which I'm sure they won't be too pleased about.
No. But I believe they hide out all over Roanoke Ridge. These caves are just one of their spots. Which is why we should keep it down. They might have lookouts around.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what's going on.
That's a stagecoach we're missing.
Jesus. They must be in the cave. All right. Let's get on with this.
Okay. What you think? We can head into the cave or flush them out with dynamite.
Dynamite sounds good to me.
Dynamite be safer.
Here. Let's be quiet and hope they don't come out. Let's get this over with.
Okay. Get in a bit closer and then throw it into the cave. Hey. Dynamite, Arthur.
Relax, Charles. I got this. Oh, there it is. Really wouldn't want it to hit the box in front of me.
Go on, Arthur.
Yep, the cave. I think that probably got their attention. I might need a shotgun. Or possibly some more dynamite.
Here they come.
And then, even more dynamite. I've never really used this stuff before. Charles, no, Charles, dynamite. Oh God, Charles. You alright, Charles? Oh, he's fine. Walk it off, big fella.
Okay, Arthur. You were wrong about these crazy
Charles is fine. See? Nothing wrong with him. Just a few more of these hillbilly mountain boys to clear out. One less. Kind of another 2, 3. I can hear a woman screaming. What's going on? Wait, there's one there. Oh, there's somebody in the cage. And he's down. I think that's the last of them. They've got a woman in the cage.
Charles.
Probably best not to think about why.
Not for now. Come on. Let's get that poor girl out of the cage.
I'm with you on that one, Charles.
Stay away from me.
It's okay. It's okay. You're safe. It's okay. Come on. It's time to go. It's okay. Okay. Let's go.
Given what these hillbillies did to the rest of the people on that stagecoach, I don't think they were keeping her alive for a sparkling conversation,
Where
Scully.
you from?
Annisburg.
What do we do with her?
Take her there and I'll go get the others.
Sure. Miss, you okay to ride on my horse a little? I'll keep you safe. Annisburg, right?
Yes. They
It's okay, miss.
the others, they killed them.
You're safe now. Just try to breathe.
They're animals.
I know. It's all right, miss.
Why would they?
Some folks is just evil. Ain't no point trying to explain it.
I haven't slept in days.
I know. What's your name, miss? It's okay.
Meredith.
You're gonna be home soon, Meredith. And this'll all be over.
Thank you.
Where in Annisburg?
One of the mining cottages. If you get me to the main street, I can show you from there.
Okay. Just try to relax now.
The whole point of this particular section of the game is just to get Arthur out of Beaver's Creek. Sorry, Beaver's Hollow. In order to give the gang time to get back and set up camp. And I thought that was kind of funny because it's about 2 miles from Beaver's Hollow to Annisburg, where Meredith lives. It's substantially more than 2 miles from LeKay in Lemoyne County, which, let me remind you, is supposed to be Louisiana, to up here on Roanoke Ridge, which is somewhere along the Appalachian Trail. But it is what it is.
Yes.
Oh. Thank God.
Which place is yours?
Up at the top of the hill. It's near the blacksmith.
Come on, man.
Ma! Ma! Meredith! She's alive! Oh, she's alive!
You saw some pretty bad things, I'm afraid, man. Murphy Brew got it.
Oh, my darling. How did you manage
I
to?
just ran into them and found her.
Oh, thank you. Here, let me give you this.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's okay, man. You just keep her warm and keep her safe.
Wait, is that...
Mrs. Dowd?
Oh, no. You leave me alone. You just leave me alone.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, they do say no good deed goes unpunished. Anyway, let's head back to the new camp. Not quite as nice as the old camp. And the old camp was a shithole. And, like I remarked earlier, you will come to notice when playing Red Dead Redemption 2 that the overall mood of the gang is very closely tied to just exactly how nice and hospitable the camp is.
How you get on?
Okay. Found a girl. Took her home.
Oh,
You and Micah find anything?
maybe. I think maybe I found our old friend Mr. Cornwall.
You did?
Yeah, he's buying a stake in the mine in Annisburg.
Relentlessly ambitious fella, isn't he?
Mike and I'll sniff about, see if he knows we're here, and exactly what his plans are.
So, Dutch, did you miss me?
I found her drunk in Saint Denis.
You're back. How jolly, Miss O'Shea.
It's funny, you sack of shit.
Back
Who are
and
you?
drunk.
The Master, the Lord
Molly.
God Almighty.
Calm down.
I won't be ignored. Dutch Vanderlyn, I am him. I ain't her. Or any of your stooges.
Calm
You
yourself.
don't owe me nothing.
Miss.
I don't owe you nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
I'll spit in your eye. I did. I told them.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I told them and I tell them again. Now I've got God's ear.
You told who what?
Mr. Milton and Mr. Ross about the bank robbery, and I wanted them to kill you.
You did what?
I loved you, you goddamn bastard! Go on,
She's
shoot me!
crazy. She ain't worth it.
You told on me.
Oh, you're
You
not so
betrayed
big now,
me.
are you?
What?
Just calm down.
Arthur,
She's a fool. Get her out of here.
you know the
Oh,
rules.
not so big now. Are we, Your Majesty?
You...
She knew the rules, Arthur. What the hell is wrong with you? Mr. Pearson, Mr. Williamson, get this body out of here and get it burnt.
Okay.
Now get back to work, all of you! Quit your lollygagging! Get back to work!
Like I said, the quality of the camp directly relates to the mood of the gang. And the mood of the gang cannot get any worse than this. One way or another, things are going to come to a head. And it's going to happen here, in Beaver Hollow. That's it for today. I hope you're all having a great weekend. As always, take care. And I'll catch you next time.